Welcome everybody to War Commander Watchtower. It's a lovely day, I hope, for most of you, and welcome to the show. We are gonna talk about the HTML5 that has been long waiting for all the players. But we're gonna go through the panel first, and then we're gonna go through the release notes and talk about the new
Transition.
transition we're going through. I will start with chat. Can you unmute and say hello?
Hello.
Hello. And hi, Anxiety. Can you unmute and say hello?
Hello, everyone.
Hello. And I can see Trickster. Can you unmute and say hello?
Hello.
Hello.
I'm in the pussy.
Oh. Are we-
It's gonna be that kind of show.
Woody, can you unmute and say hello?
Yes, us.
Yes.
Evening, everybody.
Good evening. And Yellow.
Hello.
And we have Skipjack. Can you unmute and say hello?
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. I can hear you.
That's
Well-
really, really good. I'm excited.
Yes.
I would
Um,
ask a special favor.
What?
When we get to the release notes,
Yes.
may I please read the Kick Snick Eye part?
Yes, we can go through to that in just a second. I'm a little excited about the new
We
transition.
forgot one person.
Hang
Got
on.
out.
You forgot
Oh, sorry. No, not again.
I'm gonna kill your ass after.
Not again. Sorry. Go
I'm watching out for you, Brandy.
Please, somebody
Go
likes me. Hello.
Hello. Oh shit! I did it again.
Yeah, I'm
What
gonna
about
kiss your
that?
ass later.
Did I miss anybody?
Ginger.
What? No, don't chat.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
Ginger. Oh, I'll miss that bit then.
Okay.
Freckles.
Hello, Trickster.
He's connecting
Okay.
the dots. Ginger
said-
Freckles.
No, see, Bonsai's had too much coffee this morning.
Again.
Again.
Ay.
Wait.
I've
Trickster.
been.
Yeah.
Would it be better if I go, hello, Trickster?
Oh, that sounds a little beep.
Son goes off to the bathroom.
Not with you.
Wow.
Freaking out.
This is gonna be a crazy show today.
New depths are going to be found today.
Well, it is the biggest news I have seen for a long time. I just can't wait to get to the HTML5. Where can I start? I'm so excited. Yeah, let me take a deep breath and start a little slow then. Can
Start
everybody
singing.
hear me?
You can start
Yep.
saying, "I'm so
Yeah.
excited."
I'm so excited. I'm
Yeah.
just getting hot. Bonsai's about to lose control, and I think I lost him.
Well, when we cross over to the new HTML5, I just want to say to the players that they have to take a big breath and see what is going on. Probably the game is gonna work as usually it does, and there will maybe be some changes that they will notice, and I will like them to, for them who see this, to go back to the Discord. Don't moan about what is wrong, but give the information to the Kickstarter team so they know what to fix.
And be constructive.
And be constructive, because if you now I'm gonna, don't beat me now because I'm gonna swear a little bit. If you're gonna say fuck this, fuck that, and you should be fuck and shit, they're just gonna turn the back on and you will not get any response from that.
Yeah, they're just going to say, fuck him in the pussy.
Just be constructive about what you see and what you experiencing in the game, and be constructive with it, and go to the Discord and tell them what is wrong and what you see. That is a big transition we are making, and they have done a big job,
Beep.
and have been working on it for a long time. Nothing is perfect from the beginning. We all know that. Yes, I will just say that take it with a good grain of salt and try to work with them instead of be hateful against them. They have done a really big job. But we're gonna go through that when we go through the release notes. I'm gonna screen share the release notes, and I'm gonna press F11. Was it F11?
You gotta screen
Yes.
share first.
Oh shit! I beep every time.
He's so
Too much
adorable.
coffee. Too much coffee. You went straight to the bean. You didn't even brew it today, did you?
Oh
Release
no,
notes.
he likes going straight to the bean.
F11. F11. Yes. And here we are. The release notes. And I had a lovely woman that would like to read this.
I can read the release notes too if you want me to, and do them both. I just didn't want to take it away from everybody. It doesn't matter. You want me to do release notes and Kicks Next Eyes?
Your voice is so sexy, so yes.
Goodness. Oh Lord, have mercy. Okay, I'll read it directly from what I see screen shared, so we can all stay on the same page. Let's try this. Good. All right.
Hold on. Sorry, Skip. Sorry, stay with fun. We got a lot of new viewers in the side chat here. I thought we might have to give them a little shout out before we get into this.
Please do.
Yes.
I have my muted, but I'm not looking at it.
Yeah, we have a welcome Jeffrey Oliver. Some geezer called Trickster. I don't know who he is. Daniel Groening, Mr. Nutcracker, welcome as always. Boom Boy, Perry Stevenson, Victus Oliveira, Edward Patterson, Jeffrey Oliver said him before, Wilma, excuse me if I get these wrong, Visagi, Visagi, yeah.
Oh,
It's French.
Oh, welcome. Lots of new faces. Nice to see.
And
Welcome,
Adele.
welcome.
Hello, Adele.
Adele. Good.
Edward Pedersen.
Over to you, Skips. Sorry about that, darling.
That was perfect actually.
I want to give a big shout out to Boomboy. Thank you for you are always a regular customer. Just love to see you here again, Boomboy. Oh, sorry, I just get excited again.
And I want to give a shout out to my lovely lady, Maxine. She's watching tonight.
Oh,
Hi there, Maxine.
hello, Maxime.
Hello.
Woohoo.
Okay, we are ready.
Okay, the following changes and fixes are being applied to the Thursday, July 2nd update. HTML5. The first major step to converting the game to HTML5 is here. The release will be moving the AI box from our game, which aside from getting us closer to our final goal, will also introduce some game improvements. For full details, check out the forum post from Nick's Eye here. Because this is a major change to the game, we do anticipate that there will be some bugs that are being applied to the Thursday.
Hey,
Nope,
somebody got YouTube
someone's got-
on.
Someone's got YouTube.
Kill you too.
And a phone.
Hello.
Hello.
It's me.
It's me.
Right, seem to have gone.
Alrighty. Because this is a major change to the game, we do anticipate that there will be some bugs players can encounter that are testing miss. To help out, we will have a 25% repair reduction that will go live with the release on Thursday and end July the 16th at 11 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time. In addition, we've created an AI box removal bug chat on Discord to report any bugs or strange behavior that you may encounter. Our engineering and QA teams will be monitoring it constantly and will work to fix those bugs as soon as possible. Yes, that channel's there. So if you're not on the Discord and you need an invite, grab anybody here that is on the Discord or grab a moderator and we'll send you an invite, and it's good for 24 hours.
Oh, and Skip, you might want to also iterate what you said earlier in that chat so they don't think they can just go willy-nilly in it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I was gonna cover that one when we
Are-
get to
Are
that
they
point.
going to accept tickets? through the normal bug reports?
No, bug reports is just for bug reports, and I encourage everybody to just post what they have, and then wait for someone to reply. And also to, before you go running in right away to report the bug, maybe scroll up or scroll down. We will probably do our best to keep possibly keep a list and pin it. So if you're familiar with the Discord, we have those pin posts. It's going to be my suggestion that we do that, that we have like a pin list of known bugs that have already been reported. So because it is a worldwide game and the time changes, so that everybody isn't reporting the same bug, but they're reporting it on their time zone, so that thing doesn't get too full. Also to keep in mind, we might as well stop there before we go to the bug fixes, because it's just really a small bug fix in the game. And if you have been on the Discord already, let me double check this before I say it, because I don't want to lie. Let me go back.
So, couple new.
It is underneath the official channel. So if you go on the Discord, a lot of people don't realize this and they close their button. So if you don't see the channels, it's under general. So it's under the official channel. So if for some reason you don't see this, it's called the AI box removal bug chat. Okay. And the very last thing that I posted after removing people from the Discord, and you all know who you are, and you are permanently removed from the Discord unless somebody from Kickside decides to give you your privileges back. So I might as well give my public service announcement. Let me make this as perfectly clear as I can. This channel is for AI box removal, which has not happened yet. Obviously, I'm going to edit that today. Bug reporting only. Further disregarding continued postings that have nothing to do with the subject or result in your immediate removal from the War Commander Discord. No warnings. We are all adults. Act like it. Follow the rules, and you won't have any issues. Now, it sounds kind of ignorant, and it sounds kind of rude, but if you guys had seen the stuff that was in there when we first created the channel, it was absolutely insane. So it's just for reporting. If you want to know what it looks like on the other game that's already been being converted to HTML5, PM me or another moderator will get you an invite, and you can wander over to the BP Discord if you want to. And hey, you don't even need that. If you have access to KXL, you can wander over to forums and go to the Battle Pirate forums, and you can see the interaction that community manager has and the QA team has with the players that are having issues. The Discord is the best place because that's where the information is real time. KXL is, as much as you think it might be real time, you post something and you see your post in KXL, sometimes it's delayed and it's not there right away. We need that information like this. So that's why it's on Discord and not on Kickside. Now, does that mean that Drake won't create a link later? I don't know. He might. He might create a bug discussion or an AI box removal discussion, but you're not going to get the immediate response there. If you want an immediate response from the team and you want to be an active participant, go to the Discord and use that channel. If somebody tells you to send a ticket, then just send a ticket. If you're not able to send a ticket, just be polite and say, I'm not able to send a ticket. And from there, we'll take that information. You may get a moderator say to you or a team member, that's already been reported, thank you for the information. Please don't take it personally. It's just part of what do we need to fix and let's get on it. Not that we're trying to ignore anyone. So please don't take that personal if you feel like you're not getting that hand-holding experience that you normally would. So that's that. So we'll switch to bug fixes. Bug fixes was the care package spec op description was showing the incorrect amount of units that it would deploy, and that's fixed. And no, your ever-loving mother beep, 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 beep lances have not been fixed.
Okay. I want to, before we go with the long note that come about the HTML5, can you explain what the AI box is, so the gamers that are watching know what is actually taken down for the transition?
Yes. I can try to explain. Nixai did a really good job of explaining it on his post. If you want to switch to that part, I mean, we can read it.
Yep. Yeah,
I can
let
give
me-
like a really generic description of it. Should probably read it first though. So and then give the
generic, and we can link it.
yeah. And again, remember, I'm just even though I am a moderator, I'm just giving my information from the thing I just said about moderating. But as far as the technology involved and what Kicksai is doing behind the scenes, I'm not an employee. I'm not speaking as an employee. I'm just speaking as basically like what I know about coding, but also what a tremendous undertaking this is, and then going out to some of the places out there to get the information.
I'm sorry, but I can't sit down now on the chair, so I stand up now, and that is maybe why you're gonna hear me go back and forward, because I am fucking excited.
Excited?
Yeah.
And full of coffee.
So I'm gonna just read it as Nixai wrote it. So we'll just leave it go at that. And I won't stop in between. I'll just go all the way through, and then we can go backwards if you think we need to. Your friendly engineer Nixai has an important update for the community. Greetings, commanders. Nixai here from your friendly War Commander engineering team. In preparation for the upcoming conversion to HTML5, we've been hard at work, removing a large barrier to the porting efforts. This barrier is what we've often referred to as the AI box. Oh God, I missed that box. Not this one though. This is our client-side battle simulation, which ran in parallel to the server-side simulation. It represents quite a large chunk of our code base. Unfortunately, in order to port the game to HTML5, an effort that's been in progress alongside this work, which it has been continuously, we first had to remove this simulation and re-implement a huge number of features in a more standard client-server model. If you'd like more details on how the simulation worked and why it needed to be removed, you can listen to my episode of our podcast on Drake's Dungeon, and then there's a YouTube link for that. So again, for those of you who have not listened to that Drake's Dungeon, there's so much information in there, in which Drake and I discuss the topic in further detail. What does this mean for you? This week's release represents a large chunk of the back end of the game. Ooh, hello, love the back door. From the player's perspective, not much has visibly changed, but there will still be some things that you will notice. Okay, can you scroll up just a little bit?
Yes, I can.
Thank you, my love.
Oh no. Yes.
Bonsai, spit out them coffee beans.
Scroll down or up. Are we there?
Up just a little bit. There we go. Okay, that's good. The first and most notable thing will be that the units will move a bit differently in your own base outside of battle, because we've removed the entire client-side simulation. Let me say that a little bit slower. Because we've removed the entire client-side simulation, it's big. We've had to backfill a lot of the behavior that used to rely on that simulation, including unit movement. As you move units around in your base, they will no longer, what are you doing? Ah! What's he doing? Is he playing with his mouse too?
No, I cannot control it.
That's never mind.
Okay then.
I'm sorry.
The after hours show is going to be interesting.
Oh my goodness. As you move units around in your base, they will no longer rotate to their destination over time, nor will they accelerate and brake. This will also not, they will also, let me try this again. They will not do path founding outside of battles. So all of their movements, again, outside of battle, will be in a straight line from their current position to their destination. I'm like, fuck yeah, finally. When I read that, I was just like, yes, no more wandering around the base going, do, let me get over here and stand underneath the CC. Okay, can you scroll up a little bit more?
More? Up?
Yes.
Or down?
Up.
Okay.
Or down. Or scroll up so I can see down. Ooh, yeah. Let's get down, baby.
Is the wrong way? Maybe?
Bless his heart.
It's so adorable. There we go.
Was that better?
That's good. That's a good start. We're almost to the bottom. Another big part of this change is that the go-go bar had to be completely rewritten to run against the server. You scroll back up again.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, should I go down?
Yes.
Okay, I go down then. Not down. That sounded a little wrong.
Okay, I'm about to say, I was wondering if I froze up there for a second because nothing was rolling up and down.
Well, I'm back. I think.
Are you sitting down now?
I'm sitting down now.
Okay.
I want to stop that. Get this around.
Bonsai, you got a sore arse.
You got a hairy ass.
It's all right. I was gonna say I'll just read it from my copy and it'll be easier. And if he doesn't scroll it, it'll be totally fine. It will be so fine. There we go. Okay. So another big part of this change is that the go-go bar had to be completely rewritten to run against the server. Previously, it had run entirely within the client-side simulation. This means that the go-go bar battle will be a true battle simulation. Yes.
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 Yes. However, as it now shares server resources with actual battles, we may need to disable the go-go bar from time to time to decrease the load on the battle servers. Hopefully, this will be very rare and is likely only necessary during peak battle times, such as during our monthly events. Okay? Those are the two biggest changes in functionality that you'll notice. A smaller but beneficial change you'll notice is that we've done away with the concept of ammo on turrets. There will be no more need to load rockets in your rocket silos. So they will keep firing at whatever comes their way. So
I love Kicks High.
I love it. We don't have to deal with that anymore. I can't tell you how many times I've been so pissed off when I see somebody hit me and then I see that stupid big red thing over top of it and I go, well, for fuck's sakes, I suck at PvP anyway. I'm live for a battle and my rockets aren't firing. Shit.
Sounds like a personal issue.
I know. So it says, what's the upside? I'm glad you asked. This is my favorite part. First off, as I mentioned, this is a necessary stepping stone to an HTML5 port. The finished port is still some months away, but this is a big step towards it. Also, you'll know those random flash crashes that happen periodically, not those red box errors you get, but the ones where the whole game just, well, dies. In our testing, we've been seeing a lot less of those. And by less, I mean none. This is true. The game also loads faster. How much faster depends on the various parameters, your connection speed, your browser asset caching, etc. However, in some cases, we've been seeing the initial game load a complete 10 to 15 seconds faster than before.
Whoa. Yes.
When people say 10 to 15 seconds, no, seriously, 10 to 15 seconds is a lot.
Yeah, that is a fucking lot.
It's a lot.
40 seconds.
Yep, especially.
We'll add to that. We won't be reloading the game in the middle of combat because of a black screen error. We'll be reloading because of a red screen if we need to reload at all.
Yeah, so you don't have to reload after every 7 clicks of something.
It makes me feel good because if it's happening that much and that's what they're seeing, it makes me feel like for the players who do have a farther connection to get through, the people who get to like 72% or 52%, or even 90%, and then it times out or whatever. I mean, usually that's an ISP issue and trying to connect to. But if it's connecting that much faster, then I think that's going to help everybody with getting into the game. I guess is my point. Loading isn't the only thing that's faster. Ooh, yeah, baby. Do some side-by-side comparisons of identical battles. We've seen the average frame rate increase by as much as 20 to 30%. So that is actually really, really good. Now, I'm just going to stop there for just a second, and I'm going to speak to, as a player, as best as I can in layman terms, kind of what that means. So you know how I've talked to you guys unofficially in different hangouts and on different pages about, that the game is kind of like these frame rates of artwork that is running like a film, and that is running, and all those pieces of frame in art is compiling together like this, and they're stacking and they're compressing and stacking and compressing, and that's what gives you your battle. But in addition to that, there's this big mathematical equation that's all the code that makes all those bells and whistles go off. So if you can increase the frame rate, so for those of you who have experienced this, and I know I know you guys at PvP a lot know what I'm talking about. I don't experience it that much in PvE. Sometimes I do recently with my aces for PvE, but not very much. When you guys get into the battle, you're waiting and you're like, okay, well, it says he's in here, and then all of a sudden you start seeing the units and they're like click, 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 click across your screen. That's because there was a delay in getting that information so that you could see what was happening visually. If you increase the frame rates, then you're not going to have that, to me, the graphic lag that you guys have been experiencing. And I know that you guys have been experiencing a lot because you send me your videos and you say to me, is this a cheat or is this just lag? And in most cases, when I look at it, in most cases it's lag. So to me, 20 to 30% increase in frame rate is insane. I love it. I love it. Okay, so next paragraph. And of course, now there's that no client side simulation. What you see is exactly what the battle server says. Our battles have long been completely server authoritative, but sometimes the client side simulation would desync and diverge from the server. You guys have all experienced it. I've seen it a gazillion times, live and when you send me videos. So what you saw could be different from what was actually happening on the server. This is no longer the case. Thank you, Lord, there's no more AI box. Battles are still 100% server authoritative, but the client is now completely dependent on the server for the battle state, which means the simulation cannot diverge. So it says can't, but cannot diverge. So you can't see one thing and the battle server be showing something else. It will be the same thing. It can only fall behind. If it falls behind, it should always catch up because the server now sends the exact positions of all units in battle multiple times per second. And as soon as the client receives that information, it will interpolate to those positions within a few frames. Again, we're talking about the sentence above where it says the frame rate is increasing. So if you go to that sentence, I mean, we're talking about seconds, okay? Which reminds me of another benefit. Without having to sync the entire simulation, joining an active battle is actually faster now as well. So whenever you join a battle, there is no longer going to be a catch-up period like there used to be. You'll simply just receive the unit's current positions, and within a few frames, everything will be in sync. So I'm going to let that sink in a minute, and if you guys want to discuss it, we can.
Whoa.
Speaking
Hi,
of,
Doom.
welcome back, Doom.
Hey, y'all.
Hello, Doomsday!
Hello,
Hello.
MJ.
Hey! Doom! Doom! So we're creating our hour here.
Do any, I was asking in the side panel, have any questions that needs to be answered?
Yeah, my
And,
chopper won't be jumping around.
No.
Max will be trickster.
Yours
Neither
will.
will your aces.
I mean, this is like, first of all, I love Nick's side, but he knows that. I love that he's been able to break this down in such a clear and simple language that everybody understands, even though it's so technical, but so that you guys can hear it and feel it from a player point of view, as opposed to him trying to say, well, this is what we're doing technically. He's giving you the information and rendering it to you so that you can understand how it's going to affect you and also what you're going to see. And of course, if none of these things happen, well, of course, then you guys are going to let us know that. But I mean, I'm fully expecting it to be wonderfully, fantastically lovable. I just love the fact that there's no more of this, what I see and what's happening at Kixeye is two totally different things. That also cut out a lot of, is this guy cheating, or, how did he get to the center of my base? And, we turn around and we find out it's because somewhere in the middle of your PvP battle, you desynced and you didn't get to see, and then all of a sudden all their units are in the center of your base. Has that happened before when it's not supposed to? Yes. We won't say the C word here. But most of the times when I get videos like that, most of the times when it's been investigated, it's because there was a desync, that one or both players desync. And you guys have seen that when somebody disconnects, the same thing happens. But for them, visually, it's totally different. They're in your base and they're wondering, where the fuck are my units at? And you wonder what the hell's going on with you. Sorry, I said a beep word, didn't I? So sorry about that.
Wilma is asking, will this impact the cheaters?
Will it impact cheats?
Yeah.
Let's see.
To be determined.
How about I'll say to be determined, but for reasons that everybody should understand why we don't even talk about it, we probably just shouldn't even talk about it.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah. Just yeah. Let's not ruin their day.
Let's hope for the positive.
Yeah.
Let's not ruin their day. Okay. Do we want to move on to the next part? It says, should you expect bugs?
Which would be bad.
Yep. This is a pretty massive change, so there will be bugs that we missed. We've been working on it for months, testing along the way, and fixing everything that we can find. But there are a lot more of you than there are of us. So bugs will be found once it's released to the masses. Obviously, this was written before today. If you find something, let us know. We will be opening an AI Box bug channel on Discord, which we have, specifically for players to report any new bugs found in the version of the game that our QA and engineering teams will monitor closely. Since this is such a massive project, it may take a while to catch and fix all the bugs, but we appreciate your patience and support as we work to resolve them as quickly as possible. A new day is upon us. See you on the battlefield. To discuss AI box removal and other aspects of the game, be sure to join us on the Discord, and there is a Discord link. And if some people have had problems with that link, if you have problems with the link, reach out to anybody here on the panel, or grab a moderator, and we'll give you an instant link, and it's good for 24 hours.
Yeah, we're gonna post that when the show is over. Gonna attach it to the show.
Good, awesome.
There is a question from Boomboy. Are they moving all their load to the servers? And are they strong enough to? That was not a real question, Boomboy. Is it strong enough to handle the load? This sounds so wrong.
I was gonna say,
How big your load?
I'm gonna throw this out there for all of my haters. Give me just a second, Bonsai. You're gonna have to bear with me. I told you I wasn't gonna do the show today because I had a naughty mind. It's the drugs, okay? I promise you, it's just the painkillers. All right, so I'm gonna answer Boomboy's question, and I'm gonna address all my haters out there, my previous haters, current haters. I don't really give a fuck. There isn't a load that KIXEYE can't handle. I promise you. There you go.
I'll be back.
To be honest with you, and then again, I'm not speaking from the team. I'm not an employee. There are some things that KIXEYE will just never talk about, and part of that will be is about some of the details about the servers. I wouldn't want them to talk about it either because it's proprietary information. It's like any other company that's out there in the world, gaming company or not. There are just some things that you don't tell people because you don't. Number one, it's not that you want to keep it from your customers. That's not what I'm trying to imply. There's things that you do that you own that work. And you're not going to share that publicly with anybody because, I mean, you could say that you're a player, but you could be a competitor, or you could be a great player and then say, fuck this, I'm not going to play this game anymore, and go work for another game company and then take all kinds of information with you. So again, I am not speaking as an employee. Nobody from KIXEYE has told me to say this, but there's just some stuff that KIXEYE is not going to discuss. And it's not because they're trying to keep it from you. It's because it's proprietary. It needs to stay in-house. What is this one? It's like, cheaters have started over with cheat because programming is changing. Yeah, I mean, you know, it is what it is. Wait, friendly helping where we can. All that guy did was just went for another cold shower. Okay, well, give him a good. Whoever needs a cold shower, that's good. Chad, I guess, went for a cold shower. You know, there's nothing. Unlike other people that have said this, I'm going to speak from me as a player. There's a few games that I help monitor and do forums for and Facebook pages for stroke victims in order to get their memories back. And there is no such thing as a game that's cheat free. There are always gold hacks. There's always something out there that people can do. I mean, some of the thing is so stupid is just so they can cheat a timer on a seek and find game. You're going to find anybody that's going to be able to get in to cheat something. Are all the cheaters going to go away? I don't know. Probably not. Will there be less cheating? I hope so. Will it be easier for them to see it? I certainly hope so. When Flash is finally gone, and yes, we do have a dead date, in case you missed that announcement from Adobe, we all thought, those of us in the industry, myself included, we all thought that perhaps Adobe would delay the dead date for Flash because of what happened with COVID-19. There were some people in the industry, and I'm glad nobody really listened to that, but there were rumors that Adobe was going to extend the dead date to April, either March the 31st or the end of April. That did not happen. They officially announced it this week that their dead date is December 31st of 2020. So it won't exist. No more updates. That's the end of Flash. Once they did that, all the browsers took note. That's why you can't play War Commander. Well, you haven't been able to play War Commander on Opera for months, but we will still have Flash in the game. We're still going to have some kinds of issues. There's still Flash and Battle Pirates. It isn't completely 100% removed. That HTML5 testing is live. You can play the game on HTML5, and if you think you found a bug, you can switch over and you just click the link and instantly switch. Well, I say instantly, you have to reload the game into the Flash version, and then you look to see if you have the same problem. I would suggest if any bugs that you guys are reporting that are PvP related, those of you who can handle the load, to have your OBS or whatever recording software that you use running a little bit more often.
There's actually some questions about do you have to download the HTML5?
No, you won't. No, you won't.
And the big question is going to be from a lot of players too. Can you play it on the phone?
That's a really good question, and I wish I had an answer to that because I'm not really 100% sure. As you know, and I know I don't want to upset or piss off the people who do play on the phone. Playing on a phone is not supported by Kickside because you have to use a third-party software, which of course is illegal to play the game, but that doesn't mean that people don't use Puffin to play it. The paid version is better than the free version. Actually, I don't even think the free version works anymore.
No, you can't do the free version no more.
So it doesn't. Okay.
No,
so
only the paid version because
I have the paid version. Again, the problem with Puffin is, and we still will have Flash in the game until December 31st. The problem with Puffin, just like I've explained to you guys with Facebook Game Room, is because almost no one in the industry uses Flash right now. Puffin, it's not a priority for them to update their Flash player on Puffin. It's not, because you can play so many games like you can on Steam and other emulators. There's so many games that they do when Flash does have an update, it's not their priority to do it. It's so people who play on the phone have more bugs, they can't get in the game, and they have all kinds of issues. But I don't want to say don't tell Kickside that you play on a phone. Kickside's going to be able to tell whether or not you play on a phone, dude, when you send the ticket. I don't know if you're going to be able to play on the phone, meaning when Flash is completely gone. So I would table that question until 2021.
Well, technically, wouldn't Kickside still be able to modify a Flash player option for those who can't play it through the HTML5 on certain devices?
Yeah, they'll most likely, just like how it was in Battle Pirates. Again, I'm speaking just from what I saw in Battle Pirates and being part of that testing, not as a moderator, as a player, and Jim was part of it as well. And I have a lot of friends that are back playing Battle Pirates now because they fucking love the game, because they had so many problems before with, it wasn't flash crashes that they had. It was because their freaking computer overheated, because Flash is so CPU dependent instead of GPU dependent, and your CPU is your processor of your computer. So there's people going out there buying these, like, $300 air cooling fans so they can play. There's people out there doing that now for War Commander. And I'm saying you're not going to have to worry about that then, because this is going to be all graphics driven now. I mean, hell, there's people, I can play Battle Pirates now on my 7-year-old laptop that's sitting in my dining room that I just use for recording purposes and as an extra server on my network in my house. So, and it plays really well. It's not as fast as if I play on my big gaming rig, but it plays really well. I mean, a year ago, 2 years ago, I could barely get Battle Pirates to load. So, and usually if I did, oh man, that sounded really horrible, didn't it? And usually, especially if I tried to play an event or do my first, their Forsaken mission is like our Shadow Ops, doing my weekly Forsaken mission. 9 times out of 10, if I tried to do like a significant amount of stuff within like, say, like a half an hour or 45 minutes time, my computer, it would just kick me out of the game because my computer would get too hot because it was all, it was all CPU driven. Now we're going to the GPU side, which is all your graphics cards. So instead of your computer heating up, and at least give a little bit of information about that, because I was trying to explain that when we were going to hang out the other day, and I got a few questions about that, so hopefully I can help you guys understand that. There will be more talk about GPU and CPU, I'm assuming, coming from Nixai or one of the other guys, or you may see that in the Discord when they're talking about the changes. The best way I can describe it for players is we weren't trying to blame it on your machines, but most likely it was your machine. The creator of the machine, especially if it was Windows, is freaking Microsoft. So if you're playing a game that it has nothing to do with Microsoft and that game is heating up your computer, the creator of your machine is saying shut down everything but save everything that's Microsoft. If you were playing on an Apple machine, shut down everything that's not Apple related. So that's why your game would shut down. That's why you would disconnect. That's why you would desync, and then that's why you would get thrown out of the game.
Well, plus, because you also need to get the dust bunnies out of there once in a while.
So the other thing about the Puffin, I know Boom Boy says that he plays on Puffin. I would really like to encourage everybody to remember that if you're going to play on Puffin, again, which is a third-party software, so I don't have to tell you guys, I don't want to go into detail, but I don't have to tell you guys about why the A key was removed, about that third-party software. So we're not going to even go there with that. There are some third-party programs that are beneficial, and there are other third-party programs that are not. And there are third-party programs that can be manipulated. So if you end up not being able to play War Commander on Puffin anymore, that's not necessarily a bad thing. So that's all I have to say about that.
All I'll say is people who can play on the phone, you must be some kind of War Commander genius. If you know what I mean. So trust me, if you're playing on the phone, get yourself a laptop and you will be smoking it.
I still, well, Chad and I had this conversation the other night about it. I told him it drove me nuts whenever I put Facebook on my phone because the notifications drive me crazy. And he says, well, turn them off. I said, they are turned off. And I said, well, wait a minute, I have them turned off on my computer. I said, you mean I have to turn them off on my phone when I install fucking Facebook on my phone? Because I don't put Facebook on my phone. My phone is for phone calls and texting, and that's it. Nothing else. It's a fucking phone. So then I thought to myself, well, geez, that button is so tiny that I had to get my stylus out because I tested it last night before I went to bed. It's so tiny, my finger was too fucking fat to turn off the mute button for some of the like the 179 page and the 174 page and some of the other War Commander pages I'm on. I had to get my stylus out to hit the tiny little button to mute it. So I was telling my daughter about it this morning. She goes, Mom, you don't have to get your stylus out. She goes, I said, what are you talking about? Yes, I did. My fingers were too fat. She goes, no, you just put your fingers on the screen and then you spread it out and then it gets bigger. And then even your old lady bug eyes can click the button.
I saw where that was going.
I felt like such an idiot. I'm not kidding.
I just want to ask one more. What about game room? Will that be affected?
Well, I did talk to Nixai about this because I wanted to know, because I wasn't really sure. Because initially, when everything came out with Battle Pirates, you had to play on KXL. Remember how I was telling you guys, be prepared for that if you've never played it before?
Yep.
And no, Nixai told me no, that as far as he knew that we could play it. Don't know 100% about Game Room, but at least we could play it on Facebook. And they have been playing it on Facebook, so I assume they have also tested it on Facebook Game Room. Again, I don't know that 100% about Game Room, but I do know that Nixai told me that they had already been playing it and testing it on Facebook. Initially, when it came out for Battle Pirates, we had to do most of our testing on KXL, and that was an adjustment for me because I hate playing the game on KXL. God bless you, like the people who play on your phone. For those of you who can play your game on KXL, like I said, God bless you, because to me, there's not enough room. I can't spread my screen out enough. I can't zoom out far enough, and there's just too much shit happening in the backgrounds.
She can't spread it
So,
out.
I know I can. I enjoy spreading out. I do, if you ask me nicely. And Adele did say that. I do enjoy it.
I know
From
you
what
did.
Friendly Fixer has said, once HTML is finished, the Flash version is completely removed and only the HTML5 will remain. But currently, you will be able to switch between Flash and HTML5. So that's definitely something that I would encourage everyone before they go into and that bug report channel is going to stay there. Eventually, that bug report channel will change from the AI box removal. It'll just say HTML5 bug report. I would really encourage everybody. I know it's going to take a little bit of extra time, but if you have a problem and nobody else is experiencing it, try to flip over to the Flash version and see if the same thing happens. Like, I'm obviously not PvP. We're not talking about that. You can't recreate a PvP battle. But if you're doing something in PvE and you see units not responding properly or they're not working properly, try to go to the Flash version and see if they work fine. If they work fine in the Flash version, and if you have a free recording software, it's always better to have video if you can.
I got a question. Wait a minute. Who's the deep breather?
Stop.
There's a deep breathing there.
Oh, yeah, somebody's deep breathing. I don't know.
Go
Yellow?
ahead.
Not me.
Yeah, snoring's next.
It's not yellow, is it?
Nah, not me. Not
You
me.
sure?
Oh yeah, it's me. Sorry, you got my bloody microphone too close to my mouth. Sorry. Yeah, far away.
Oh, now Nutcracker's really revealing it. Chad would know this because we were up until 5 o'clock in the morning our time. Nutcracker says I'm definitely fun after midnight. Yeah, there have been many nights where I never went to bed. Nutcracker and I spent our nights together. It was lovely, actually. Those were good times. Sorry, I had to have a drink.
Nice. Have any more questions?
Any other kind of questions you guys have?
Questions?
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 I could give you my generic version of what I think of as the AI box.
Yes.
But if you have a little bit of, grew up as a tomboy, so was my dad's, right-hand person for cars and electrical work and plumbing and all that kind of stuff. So for those of you who have any kind of electrical experience, you will be able to visualize what I'm saying right now. This is an oversimplified version of how I think of as the AI box. This is not from KixEye. This is not from a moderator point of view. This is just my version of what I see in my head and what happens behind the scenes. What you guys see is eye candy. behind the eye candy is the code. So I can see what's happening with the code, not live, obviously, I'm not switching back and forth, but visually, the way I see the AI boxes is if you can imagine a circuit. So if you visually imagine a box, and you have a line that's going in to that box, and then there's a line that's coming out. Okay, so if you can get that in your mind, I'm thinking about a box about the size of a toaster at the moment. So that's what it's in my head. So think of the line that's coming in at the bottom is coming from your computer, and it's going in and it's routing itself under the bottom of the box as it's jumping through the hubs to get to this little button that's on the left-hand side of the box. Okay, so that is where KIXEYE is. Okay, so you're coming into and you're trying to connect with KIXEYE, and that's part of your simulation of the game. Okay, but that's also where the battle servers are. Then there's the line that comes out that routes itself up the top of the box and then comes back out the other end, and that also goes back to your computer. The battle simulation and everything that's really happening with KIXEYE is that line that's up top. That's right from that button on the far right-hand side. That's all KIXEYE's information. That's all the battle server information. And that line out that's supposed to be going to your ISP to give you the information so you can see the battle, participate in the battle, and ultimately, you know, smack the fuck out of that person that you want to smack. That is the real information. What happens is sometimes that line that's in the bottom, that desyncs. There's a hub that disconnects. There's a flood in Kansas, and they lose the power in the entire state. Unfortunately, you happen to be routed through the state of Kansas in the middle of the United States, and there's a tornado. There's a major hack that happens, and they shut down an entire server bank for Time Warner or for Spectrum or Infinity, and they literally hack into the hubs and they shut them down. They shut down all of the traffic. So what's happening up there at KIXEYE in that top line that's in that box, it keeps going. Whether your ISP is picking it up or not, and whether that bottom line is desynced, cut off, or dead or not. By removing the AI box altogether, there's not going to be that anymore. There's going to be your ISP talking to KIXEYE servers, and the battle's going to be happening, and you're going to get the information right back again. It's not going to be a circuit. It's going to be one line in and fucking information coming back out. Does that help?
Yes.
Is that better?
Mm-hmm. Much better.
Unless you want her just to draw it
There's
out.
one other thing to remember that, especially for this weekend, with the COVID-19 restrictions being put back on, there's going to be a lot of people home on the 4th playing the game, so we could get a lot of...
And Friday in the United States for not, I mean, obviously not for retail, but then again, a lot of states are shutting down retail, but in general, all corporate offices that were allowed to go back to work, Friday is a holiday, tomorrow is a holiday, because the 4th of July, which is the United States Independence Day, is Saturday. So all banks, well, if there were schools, but all banks, all court offices, everything is closed on Friday because it's a national holiday weekend. There are going to be a lot more people at home, and there are going to be a lot more people playing. So, which is actually kind of a good thing. Also a good time to remind everybody that the United States War Commander team will be off on Friday, but there's a very capable Canadian team. And by the way, for the guys who are listening, because I know you are, even though I wished you a happy Canada Day, yesterday was their Canada Day, their Independence Day, so I wish them a happy Canada Day. So the United States team covered for them, and the Canadian team will be covering for the United States team. So that doesn't mean that there won't be people on hand, doesn't mean that your tickets won't get answered, but yes, if you have a major issue, your ticket may be delayed a day or two. It's just part of holidays. You know, it is what it is. There was something else I wanted to remind everybody. Oh yes, whether you want to believe it or not, and you can Google it if you'd like to, and you can contact your local government, depending on the country that you're in. Here in the United States, congresswoman, senator, whatever, if you're in another country, assembly person, however it is, you can communicate with your government representatives, and they will tell you the truth. Your internet service provider is not required to tell you that. And the world that we live in today is not the world that we lived in, regardless of the tragedies that the world has suffered for years. The world that we live in today, because of technology, is not what it was 10 years ago, 11 years ago, 8 years ago, 9 years ago, when we were all playing War Commander. The world is a very dangerous place, and they are constantly other countries are trying to sabotage each other. There are all kinds of things that happen behind the scenes that you guys never know about until you hear about it through a leaked news report, or you see it on TV, unfortunately, with the loss of life. I will say this as clearly as I possibly can. If there is a credible threat to any country in the world, your internet service provider, by law, is required by its own government to throttle your speeds back and to look for what they need to look for to find the people who are doing the bad things. They don't have to tell you, and your speed tests will not reflect that. So if you hear that there's something going on in your country and you wonder why you can't use your cell phone, or your cell phone calls drop out, or you can't get through to a certain business, or you're having problems getting into the game and nobody else is, there might be something going on in your country. If you know there's something going on in your country, or if you know that something recently, tragically, has happened in your country, it could even be a natural disaster, by the way. If you're having problems getting to the game, it's probably because you're being throttled back, because by law, your government can do that without telling you, regardless of how much you're paying. That also happens for the United States and for Canada. So we're going to talk about the North American continent. If there's a credible threat, I'm speaking just from the fact that the stuff that I see and the things that I know. If there's a credible threat, I am not speaking from Kickside, but it doesn't take a genius to understand this. If there is a credible threat for something that is happening or that has happened in this country, your speeds are going to be throttled regardless, because they're going to be looking for the bad guys. And unfortunately, War Commander is not top on their priority. If you happen to notice the news and you see that we have like a massive amount of tornadoes or a horrific amount of wildfires that are burning in 5 or 6 states, or you see that there's flooding, or if I mention, hey, we've had some outages because of tornadoes in the middle of the United States, or because of flooding in the middle of the United States, or a hurricane that comes up the East Coast or happens to hit the Gulf of Mexico, the best thing you can do is grab a moderator, somebody who knows, grab a moderator that understands technology, and get them a copy of your trace route. And then they can help you reroute your trace route. So in case you are going through the southern United States where there's a hurricane, we can help reroute you to get you to Kickside so that you're not going through that area where there are outages. So when we ask you for that information, we're not trying to be ignorant. We can look right at your trace route, and we live in the United States. So we know if there's a natural disaster somewhere, it's really easy to go on Google if you're in the United States and find out where the outages are in the United States. We can help reroute you so that you can get back into your game. So please don't think that we're trying to blame your computer. We're not. We're trying to get you back into the game to play. And we can tell whether or not it's happening in your country. We can tell if it's happening with your own router. We can tell if it's happening with your ISP. And then we can tell how far you get into the United States before you get to Kickside. So again, we are not trying to blame you. We're just trying to assist you to get back into the game. Mohammed, yeah, I would love that. Upgrade their servers in multiple regions. That would help. I love that idea in theory, but I think it's really expensive, and I also think it's very easily exploitable. So I would love that idea if they had multiple offices all over the world. But I don't think it's feasible, and that's just from my point of view. To me, that would be very exploitable.
I mean, now that you say that, now that Stillfront is a European-owned, a European company.
Yes.
Would they not find it easy to stick a server in the EU?
I thought about it, and I know there's been a lot of people that have brought it up, and I think maybe once we get past the HTML5 conversion, maybe bring that up again to the team to see if they would be willing to discuss that with the community.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, back in the day when I was playing, 8 years ago when I first started playing, it was mainly Southeast Asia and American players. hell of a lot. But now I seem to find there's more European-based players, and even kill with European-based players than there is to like the Southeast Asian and United States type with players.
Yes, and a part of, I mean, in my opinion, what has happened with the United States players is, and again, it's the amount of time they've been playing. Hang on one second. The amount of time that they've been playing, and people have, I'll say it, people get bored, they get frustrated, they're aggravated, and they just kind of give up. I'm hoping that changes for some of those people. I'm hoping like what happened with Battle Pirates, that once the HTML5 testing is live and they see the changes in the game, I'm hoping that the some of those players will come back. But we also have a lot of players that used to not be able to play the game because the game was blocked. And the majority of China, they may not have access to Facebook, but they can log into KXL. And they can actually play the game. Hang on one second. I'm being flagged by my husband, even though we're live. Sorry about that.
How rude.
I mean, I'm getting flagged by my kids, but I keep on telling them you gotta hold off for about an hour.
He was trying to ask me if we were live. He was like, "You're live. That's all I need to know." Bless his heart. Maybe more water on that.
She needs to have like a little sign that's put up says live.
Oh, I did tell him I wasn't going to do the show, and then I popped some extra pain pills, and now I'm not feeling any pain. And then he gave me a Coke. I haven't had a Coke in like probably 6 months.
The game will be up in an hour. She'll still be up for 2 more hours.
Well, I was gonna say technically I have to stay up because I'll be traveling tonight, so I have no choice but to stay awake. I'm not supposed to have any caffeine, but I'm breaking all the rules today.
There is a contest in War Commander on the Kickstarter homepage. It is create a War Commander movie poster.
And I'm gonna win it.
Maybe if I don't gonna win it, I gotta win it. Rudy,
By the way, the game is back up.
Yeah. I'm gonna read this. Create a War Commander movie poster. This summer movie poster movie season didn't get to happen this year, but it does mean we can't embrace the season.
Embarrass?
No. Made actually wrong. Did any understand what I say there?
Huh? What?
Or do I need to translate it? For this contest, create your own War Commander movie poster. Every event we've made, make our own poster to set the tone, and now it's your chance to make one. Take whatever War Commander art you can find and make your own and put it together to make an awesome movie poster for the world to see. Below I have provided some art assets to help you get started.
And that's poster, not a movie.
Yep.
Oh yeah, yes, baby.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just in my base. The difference is unbelievable. You know what we're saying about moving your tunes?
Yeah.
And loading the game was pretty quick too.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go through this faster, so I can go.
Hey, Bonsai, you just take your time.
I was gonna let you say, but I mean, other than a few of my former boyfriends when I was in my 30s, that's the fastest I've ever gotten a baby. I think I got in less than 15 seconds. Like that was.
Oh, I love him.
Here's an explanation of what you should do. But then we're gonna scroll
Nothing's
down.
better than a straight line.
There is no lag at all in moving your tunes. You know that sometimes it can be a bit laggy. Nothing at all. And I'm on Facebook Game Room.
Oh, I can't wait! I can't wait to see the game. Well, rules.
So
Facebook is fast too.
I'm gonna read the rules and go through them. Okay. Rules: submit a movie from Wednesday, June the 1st on Sunday, and July the 5th in this thread. Must be forum friendly. That will say no cursing or putting some funny things on it. Movie poster must be about the war commander. Be creative. The prizes will be the winner posters will be blasted out on all community channels for everyone to see their magnificent skills.
Calm down.
The
Sorry,
top
brother.
five, the top five, the top 3 players will award your brand new logistics that fully upgrades a level regardless of time and works on any unit as long as you have the needed resources. First prize is 5 times universal upgrade boost logistics. Second prize is 3 universal upgrade boost logistics, and the third prize is 1 universal upgrade boost logistics. And this is actually the picture you can take out and put in your post. I'm gonna scroll them down to the bottom where we can see some of the contestants have made some awesome pictures.
Oh damn! It is so much better.
Bonsai, can I just say something?
Yeah.
My lancers are fucking working!
Now we are back in business, baby.
I'm back in business, baby, and they don't get stuck on the walls
Oh
and they
my
don't get
God,
stuck on the buildings. Oh my God, I'm so excited. They just put that barrel right where it needs to be, motherfucker.
Yeah, that is unbelievable.
Oh my God, they don't.
Oh, that's so much better. I love this.
Ooh, it feels so good. Okay, go ahead, Bonsai. I'm sorry.
Sorry, Bonsai. Go have a cold shower.
Yeah, right.
Thanks, Ruth.
I'm gonna scroll down through those pictures. Just hang on.
Hang
Give me the
on.
chance.
And if you-
I'm start to shake now because I cannot get into the game. But
It's overloading anyway, so don't
Yeah,
worry.
but I got in.
Okay.
Carry on, Bonsai.
This is actually some pretty cool
It's good art.
art they have put out, so we can make your video posters. You're gonna scroll down. That is actually a pretty awesome one. That reminds me a little of my brother.
And Skipjack, the graphics are definitely a lot crispier.
Yes, it's crisp. It's clean. It almost looks like the stuff that's in your base, like it doesn't exist. Which again, it's all about the frame rates. It's not like your wheels. Fuck me. Your walls are compiling and your building's compiling, and you're trying to move your units. It's so seamless. God, I love that Ryukai guy. He is. Oh, isn't he badass? I mean, I would like to know what he looks like underneath that mask, but not really. I think the rest just speaks for
What?
itself.
The
Wow.
picture I did.
Wow. There's Dark Shadows. Cool.
Oh, nice one. Nice
Yeah.
one. This was actually a nice one,
Oh, I have no idea who did that one.
yeah. Please go for those that see are a little interested in the artwork. Please go in and see what the guys have done, because some of them have actually used maybe some 1 hour or maybe more to put them up, and that is the beauty of artwork. Is it is free imagination they are putting on a background. Some are good, some are less good.
Just
but
be a little
please,
tasteful.
Yeah.
go in and give them a like, or because they
definitely.
are using time on it, and some of it is pretty good, awesome.
See, that one was good. That one
Bonsai,
that one was like a movie poster, like it's that one.
Yeah,
that one.
That's clever. That is. It's actually like a proper movie poster.
That
Yeah.
looks
Which
like
is
my
kind of
ex.
like we're in the theme.
That looks like my ex in the background.
You got a foretaste of women then, huh, Trekkie?
I was going to say that, but didn't want to bring her up, you know. But I'm saying.
I'm kidding anyway. You know that.
and
hit my
there's
base on
no, there's
Thank God.
everybody have their own imagination on how they want to make their own movie.
That one's
posters.
mine there, Bonsai.
Lady
one-
of War's saying she's not seen a
Scroll up.
one.
Scroll up, Bonsai.
The one from Darren 9336, that's actually Woody's.
Woody.
And if you click on the Imgur link, you can actually see an animated 3D version of it. It's actually pretty epic. So,
Yeah.
Yep.
Neil wants to know where's the midget one.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out why he doesn't know how to spell War Commander, but just messing with you, Woody.
Oh,
Make you look twice.
That's his copyright. He'll know if somebody copied his work if they don't spell.
Yeah, Dan's
Correct. Thank you very much, Jeff.
You're welcome.
I'm glad you're able to work it through and get what you needed to get to. So yes, I'm going to click like on everybody's because I love the fact that people are just participating.
Yeah.
You're all,
taking the time. You know what I mean?
Hang on. Nutcracker's found a bug already.
Yeah, that will be a lot of bugs, maybe.
He won't work in base.
What?
I have
The
to
assault
attack.
No, that's just groups your units together.
Oh, right.
Oh,
Okay.
grouping your units together. Oh, yeah. You're right. I didn't. Good question.
Go
Right.
to Discord and put that if you see it.
I don't know if that's a bug or intended. So I'm not. If you want to put it in there, let me see if you already did. Oh, there's a bunch of people in there already.
Why would you group your units together?
Is it bug or is it new? Okay. New max Violet silent news ammo. This is intentional. Attack doesn't work. Game mode's quick. I'm just looking to see. I don't know if the A button inside your base to group the units. I don't know if that's intentional or not because of the way the units are now supposed to respond while they're in your base. Ooh, that's a good one. Don't know.
Ghost Rider, can you stop screen sharing me for a bit? Just want to load the game up and see how it works, so we can maybe show how.
Well, you can start screen share too, but yes, I did take it off of you.
Can't get in at the minute. Just overload it.
Oh,
I'm in. Anyone want me to screen
Hit
share?
refresh a couple times. It doesn't take long.
That's what he said.
I've been
System overload.
minutes.
System overload.
It is a lot crispier as far as colors.
System overload.
Very pretty.
We're screen sharing the game so we can get it up.
I'm to buy a new computer there, Trickster. Your i7's not cutting it anymore.
I'm not on my i7. I don't use that for War Commander.
You're one of those playing on their cell phone?
No, I'm on the i3.
Oh no, my Chrome has crashed.
Oh, game's down. I just can't get in it.
Getting me in now. I'm getting in now. I'm getting in now.
This is on me. I'm in already.
Oh yeah, I feel it. Here it comes.
I'm in. No, I'm nearly in.
You're not.
I'm already in.
Put some air around it and get in then.
Get in, Bonsai. Get it in.
Go nice and slow.
Move it up, honey. Move it up, honey. Want some KY?
Come on. Please let me go into my base.
I'm loading. Let's see.
Never mind. Being hate.
Holy damn. 13 days and 22 hours with 25 faster repair time on.
Let me click on you
That
now.
is fucking awesome. Awesome.
Bonsai. You want me to click on
Yep. Yes. Let us see. And let's try to move a unit. Actually, I want to test the.
Go and test out a resource base. It moves pretty
Yeah,
quick.
let's test the resource base.
That's what I did. And the colors are definitely a lot crispier. It's very nice.
The biggest bug we see right now is when attacking that movements units are sliding. Sliding, not moving correctly, and the A button is not working.
A button.
And then we don't mean an asshole button either. It's a different button.
Well, let's test it. Oh shit.
I'm not seeing difference in graphics.
It wasn't really supposed to be a graphical change, except for the fact that your units in your base walk straight across instead of going around things.
Yeah, but the colors look better, definitely, on some areas.
Whoopsie daisy.
It's the drugs you're on.
And I got some good drugs.
Psychedelics will always change the color.
Well, wait a minute. Skip even agreed, so that means she's on some good drugs too.
If you're a guy on Viagra, you're losing colors.
And in my case, I don't need any colors.
Ooh.
I have all the V I need whenever I want it.
Tell us more.
Even the Y, baby! Sorry. Did I say that out loud? I'm sorry. Fuck, was I not muted? Shit! I thought I was muted. Sorry!
The A key in a base with units, the A key is now the it's still working in when I attacked a bastion base. So I don't know if it's a difference between being in an enemy base,
I think that's
player
what they're saying.
PvP.
Yeah, the guys on the side chat are saying the same thing. Do you have any issues with sync? Or are you desyncing? No. No, I'm not having any issues. Okay, let me go back to the other bug, because there's 2 bug reports. Let me get back to the AI bug reports. Units are sliding in PvP, attacking, not moving normally. Okay, I know he's not from the United States, so that might be related to. This is remove the wait, big boss. Okay, movement this one. Attack is since we removed the client-side simulation, you now only get the proper movement when you're in battle. Okay. I'm looking. Game mode's quick. Let me try. Missiles fly past the drones. Ooh, that's interesting. Which missiles is he talking about? All right, let me go. Let me look this picture real quick. Missiles fly past the drones. Why is that picture taking so long to load? He's got.
What missile?
That's what I'm looking for. It looks like he's. I'm waiting for his picture to load, unless he's pulled his picture down and it's just hanging there. But it looks like he's got his. I know that's so didn't sound good, did it?
Just hang in there.
He pulled it down and it's just hanging there. His missile's just hanging.
He was gonna try to teabag you, but he's just hanging there.
What is he? What drones is he talking about? He's got hover tanks and Sarkis, Darkstorm, and Kyle. What does he mean that they're just hanging there? Missiles fly past the drones. He's talking about the. He's attacking. Okay, I see. He's attacking, and the drones from the controllers are flying right past. So the missiles are flying right past the controller drones. Oh, okay. Maybe somebody might want to test that one. Let's see.
What missiles?
Talking about the missiles from like the hover tanks.
Yeah, it looks like it's not a video, it's a picture. It looks like the missile.
Maybe he's moving his hover tanks.
Yeah, it could be the movement. I'm watching you do the res base looks just like it would normally be. But God, look at the graphics though, how crisp that is.
Yeah.
Jeez, that looks good.
Skip side chat.
Okay. Oh wait. Oh wait. That one. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Thank you, Tricky. Question.
Right, guys, I'm going to shoot. I've got an errand to do.
No worries.
Is it coming to my house?
No, it's coming to my house.
Are we coming in your house? At your house?
No.
I'm sorry.
So that's where you're traveling tonight too.
All right.
That's where I'm traveling tonight. Exactly.
Let's test this one then.
Woody, awesome selection by submission, by the way. Thank you for holding off on that artwork. I knew, and there's going to be more contests, by the way. So please keep doing the stuff that you're doing. And for other players who are listening, if you're interested in participating, Kicksai's loving the way people are getting into these contests and stuff.
That doesn't include you, Bonsai. You've got to stay out of it.
Why? You little sneaky bastard. Well, guys, we have run the show now for 80 minutes.
Commissioner just said she's got in game. Units won't repair after a PvE.
Oh, it's a PvE attack.
Yeah, a PvE attack.
Let us test that. I've just
done a bastion, so we'll see.
I've just done
a free repair, server instant.
Oh, he's saying after a PvP.
PvE, he said. Didn't
Oh,
he
he said PvE.
Yeah, PvE.
No, mine repaired. It's fine. All repaired. Lovely.
Maybe let's see what happens.
PS is missing when eating.
Mine's offering free repair to 21.
Oh my.
If you guys are still here, I'll be back. If not,
Okay.
Catch you later on, Chad.
Bye.
See you later, Chad.
Chad, give you shout outs.
Yeah.
Shout out to you guys. Put on a good show. Thank you, Bonsai.
Oh, thank you.
See you, Chad.
See you, Chad.
Bye.
See you, Chad.
Bye, Felicia.
Ooh, somebody says their Ares is no longer damaging a Pegasus. Yikes.
I'll do my shout out now as well, Bonsai.
Hey, that's another thing. Let's go bar test.
All I could say is jump on Discord and get on that.
Let's see what happens.
All right, Woody. Catch you later, mate. Have a good one.
See what
Give your shout out.
Give you shout outs. We are gonna end the game anyway. Not game. The show.
Holy crap.
Right, Bonsai.
You do a go-go bar test and it's like, boom, your screen goes black and then it comes back.
Let him have his chat out, please, mate.
Sorry.
For the third time, for the third take. Good night, everybody. Good night, YouTube. I'll see you all later.
Catch you later, bro.
Catch you later.
Later.
Well, I'm gonna go through the panel then, and we can give our shout outs. And I can start with you. Hi, Isaac. Can you give your shout outs?
Thank you, Bonsai, Brandy, for all your hard work and effort in putting this together. Thank you for everybody on the side chat for showing up and watching live. Thank you, my fellow panelists, for making this such a fun time. And like and subscribe, and see you next week.
Thank you. And then we are going to Swixter.
Yep, shout out to yourself as usual. And Ghost Rider for putting shows on. Everybody on the panel, everybody on YouTube, and everybody else that will tune in later and watch. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. And Yellow.
Yo, yo, yo. Oh,
Yo.
yeah, what's that? It's very good. It's like a proper, it's like an invasion almost, the go-go bar. Anyway, sorry. Yes, a massive shout out to you, Mr. Bonsai, and Mrs. Ghost Rider for putting these shows on week in, week out. A big, massive shout out to the fellow panelists, especially Mrs. Skipjack, for giving us all the info and latest updates and explaining it in a way that we could all relate to. Shout out to the guys on who came along on YouTube. There was an average of about 40 to 50 watching today, which is excellent stuff. Really good. Really, really pleased with that. And a massive shout out to Kicksai for taking the time in these strange days, as it were, with the COVID, to get us over to HML TL5. So far, I'm looking at it and I'm absolutely amazed by how good it is. So massive shout out to Kickstarter, thank you very much, and an extra big shout out to Lady of War. Congratulations on your engagement, sweetheart.
Yep.
Much love.
And can I add another one? Welcome back, Doomsday.
Welcome back, Doomsday.
He finally finished his honey-do list.
And Skip, can you give your shout out?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I'm not muted. Ooh, that's good. Yes, shout out to the team, and of course the guys have already left. Shout out to you guys for putting on the show as often as you guys do. I appreciate that it's a good show and drama free. And most of us are relatively sober, although I can't say that I am today. I'm totally hopped up on now Coca-Cola caffeine and pain meds. I like that it's clear, coherent, easy to understand. We try not to be personal. You guys, for the most part, in every show that I get a chance to watch later or that I get a chance to watch live and not participate in, I love that you guys keep it game related as much as possible. When you're on the shows, you know, what you guys do in game is what you guys do in game. That has nothing to do with what you guys are trying to accomplish for the community. Let's say thank you to the community for continuing to support you guys and your efforts to do this, because I mean, you're not monetizing your videos, you're not making any money off of anything that you're doing. You're just strictly doing this for the fun and the pure enjoyment of the game. Huge shout out to the team, because I know for those who aren't watching right this moment, because we're in the middle of, you know, what kind of bugs are going on, would like to, the entire team, lots and lots of love to Nick's Eye. He has been with the company since before the company was called Kick's Eye, as are some of the other people that are on the War Commander team, but I can share that information because he has shared how long he's worked with the company in Drake's Dungeon. It was before Kick's Eye was even called Kick's Eye. For someone, we just had this conversation before we went live, for someone to stay with the game company for just a couple years to 5 years is, you know, unusual. The fact that he's been with the company for so long and he enjoys what he does and he's so good at what he does. And it's not because he stays because he's good at what he does. He stays because he wants to see this game survive, and he wants all of us to have fun and have a blast doing it. Regardless of what we agree with Kick's Eye does or doesn't do, some of the guys behind the scenes have no control over that. Their only control is provide the content and try to make it as fun as possible. They don't make those other kinds of decisions, like whether or not you get 50% off repair or you don't get 50% off repair, or whether or not you get free logistics or you don't. They don't have anything to do with that. They're just tasked with the job, and they know they want to make it as fun as possible. And super big shout out to Drake. He and I don't always see eye to eye on things. I care about him as a person, just like I do for all of the guys at Kick's Eye. He has been taking a lot of heat recently. And, you know, when I first met him, he's like, you know, I'm used to it. And he did. He worked in Battle Pirates for 5 years. And I thought, oh, the War Commander community is a whole different animal. And I wasn't really sure if he would be able to handle it. And so I would really like to give an extra special shout out to Drake for being able to take it. And not just take it, but back all of us up as moderators. So, and not tolerate.
And just a tiny bit of dishing it back out.
Well, he has his own style. I will leave it at that. He has his own style. But from
I like the fact that he's actually done that.
Yeah, from my point of view, and again, I'm not going to diss any other than Sulaco. I'm not going to diss any other of the CMs I've ever worked under. But by far, he is the most unexpected bright spot in my day. Again, and I'm not going to cry. He's a bright spot in my day because he believes in what we do. He treats us as team members, not just moderators or just players. He is respectful, and if he can't get the job done or he can't get something done, he tells us why. He doesn't just say no. And he's also a very effective communicator. You might not like what he has to say, but he's being a very effective communicator. Behind the scenes, although you guys don't get to see it and we do, he fights for all of us as players. And we get to see that on a regular basis when we meet with him, and he goes, this is what we discussed and this is what we were told, and this is all I can do with that right now. So again, I have to leave my last shout out for Drake because he's just been incredible. He's been there to support me when I lose my mind, when I cuss and he should probably kick me off the team, when I cry, because, and yes I do, when I can't take it anymore or somebody's being excessively vicious. Somehow or another, not only does he help me get through that part, but in the end he makes me laugh about it. And that is a rarity. So I do appreciate that. And I want to thank all of you for supporting me through everything I've been going through with my health issues. For those of you who know the full story, we won't go there, but I cannot tell you enough how much I appreciate how much you already have done, and I will be continuing to be leaning on you in the future. And for the community who would be listening, if I disappear from a show or if I disappear from Discord or whatever, just reach out to any of the other moderators and you'll get the information that you need. So if I'm not around, it's not because I quit, because I got kicked to the curb. It's just because I've got real life stuff going on that will take precedence. So guys, remember to be as constructive and respectful as you possibly can. And when some of those QA guys come on Discord, if you've never seen their names before, please don't start PMing them with random stuff like when are we going to get a double dozer and stupid shit like that. Please stay on task. And remember that they may ask you short, quick, curt answers, and it's not because they're being personal. It's because they may actually have a handle right on it. They need the information from you as fast as they can get it. And you might not even get a thank you, but it doesn't mean that they don't appreciate it. So anyway, that's my last final bits of pieces of stuff.
Thank you. I don't know if I forgot anybody.
Everybody do their shout outs?
I think so.
No,
Randy, did you do
Brandon.
your?
Miss Ghost Rider.
I've been quiet.
I know, she's so
Oh, no.
From
Can you
this
give
point
your
forward,
shout-out,
you got to
Ghost
start with her
Rider?
on everything.
Can you give your shout out, Ghost Rider?
Of course, my shout out is to the panelists, the people in the side chat, and those who will be watching later. But I got a special shout out that goes to, now I'm on Discord, so I'm going to list it by stuff on the right side. If they're not there, I'll get them later. Okay, shout out goes to the community team, the game design team, the Q&A engineering team, the customer service, Kickside game team, as well as all the moderators, including you, Skip. Thank you for keeping us informed as well as you guys can, and explaining it to the fullest as you guys can, and girls. And tune in for next time.
Thank you. Thank you. I just want to give a big shout out to Kickside for doing an awesome job. I cannot wait to get my fingers on my mouse again and do some bases again. Oh, did that sound wrong? Oh,
Depends on what you mean by mouse. Here, mousey, mousey, mousey.
And I want to give a big shout out to the art team again, and let us let them use our abilities to do some crazy artwork for the contest. I hope that more people will join that contest so we can see what people are thinking and what they see as cool things. I want to give a big shout out for the panel. You have been awesome today, and my love goes to all of you. For those that are watching us on the side chat, give big shout out to you guys for jumping in, and I hope this show will have helped you in some of the questions that are about the HTML5. And for those that will look at the show later, hope you will join our show next time and give us a like and subscribe to our channel, and give a big shout out to you guys. And I have a little crazy story today.
Oh, being it.
All right.
Ooh,
Yeah.
a little crazy story. All right.
Being hit.
It's a very crazy story. 30 years ago, my aunt went to Australia, and she met a man in Australia, and they got married, and they got some children. But few years later, that when she got her children, she actually got cancer and died. My aunt. And we here where I live didn't know where to look after them, because in the same time my mom died. I think it was a month later than my aunt, so we didn't have any related connections to the Australian family. And sadly, 30 years later, that my cousin's grandma died, and they actually found some stuff in the when they have to clean up after her, and they actually found a name in a box, and that was actually my uncle, and they did a connection to my uncle, and my uncle does not speak very good English, so it was my second cousin I have here in Denmark that got the message that they wanted to be in contact with us. And today I actually got 2 new cousins from Australia.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is
Kitchen.
that was
Congratulations.
that was actually something me and my brother and my other cousin here in Denmark have talked about a lot. It could be fun to find out where they lived and how they were, and so on and so on. But today it happened for me, and I am so excited to talk to my new cousins from Australia.
Sweet. I know how much family is so important to you, and now it's just gotten even bigger.
Yeah, I have a big family now.
to match that big mouse in your pocket. Oh.
Yeah. And and remember, guys and girls that are playing this game, don't go AWOL with the lags, or not lags, but the fault you see in the game. Go to Discord, be nice, and tell them what is wrong. And I am sure that Kickstarter will look at the issues. And that is all from us.
Yeah.
Have a great day.
No, it's not. Don't we
No?
have a special shout out for our favorite midget?
Oh, yes.
Everybody's favorite midget.
Oompa loompa doopity doo. What are you gonna do with the shorty like you?
Ankle biters.
I want a motorboat, you. Oompa loompa, I love you. Yes.
Yeah, big shout out to Stompy.
Sadly, I'm losing one of my Oompa Loompas from my chocolate factory.
All right, so we done for now, or?
He was actually, would you make that announcement? Lady of War actually became engaged yesterday. I did have a question, and she said yes, baby.
Wow.
So,
Congratulations.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I told her significant other he's going to need to invest in some lift shoes and some stilts and all those other kinds of things. And he says that's all fine. He's got toe dollies and the whole 9 yards, so he's got it all figured out.
I said I'm bringing a step stool for the
So
wedding.
it's either one of two.
It was like that's my that's our wedding present. Mine and Jim's wedding present is a mobile step stool with wheels. It can be stationary, or he can just roll her around if he needs to.
Or you just chop them off at the kneecaps.
So it's either one of two, brave or stupid.
Well, I went ahead and did it like and subscribe like the middle of the show because I knew this part here would be personal. So y'all just let me know when we're good.
That was cool. I like that right in the middle. It was like it's all a little bounce of the like and subscribe. Yep. And for those of you who are still watching, please don't forget to like and subscribe and share to your channels and all that kind of good stuff.
Yeah, because the first part was about the game itself, and the other part was more personal. So I felt like that was a good proper time for that point.
Yep.
So.
Yeah. Oh, and I want to say thank you for coming to our show, DJ Lua. Nice to see you on our show. And I think it is all for now.
You think?
Yeah.
Hang on.
Huh?
What?
I think Matt, yellow's found something else now.
No, I'm getting it.
You're laughing because you're
You
getting
got
it.
screen
Okay.
share. Screen share.
Screen share so everybody on YouTube can see.
I can't. Sorry, it's half a stars.
It's Yellow's turn for his 1 star.
And the lasers are working pretty good again. Yeah.
They're not working. They're not working.
Mine was working, and they did a fucking good job.
The lanterns are working again.
Yep.
I don't know. They weren't, and then they were, and then they weren't, and then they were. So,
That's what they've always done.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
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 Who hit you?
We good?
Yeah, we're done.
Jeepers
We
is
good?
hitting me. The geese are flat this morning.
Oh, I know.
All right. See y'all next time.
Bye bye, Jeepers.
See you next
See you
time.
next week.
Good night.
Good night.
Welcome with the pussy.
Bye.